Imagine this. It's 1944. East Prussia is a frozen, war-torn wasteland. Nazi troops are dug in deep, absolutely confident they'll hold the Eastern Front. But moving through the snow, almost invisible, is a 20-year-old Soviet woman, rifle in hand, stalking them. What if I told you a single girl outsniped the entire Wehrmacht? Stick with me, because Roza Shanina's story, with her 59 confirmed kills, is going to shock you. This is the incredible tale of a young sniper who became a Nazi nightmare. Trust me, her courage is almost unreal. To really grasp her impact, we need to set the stage. It's June 1941, and Hitler unleashes Operation Barbarossa, invading the Soviet Union. 3 million Axis troops surge eastward, swallowing millions of square miles of territory. By 1944, however, the tide has turned. The Soviets are pushing back, reclaiming Belarus, Ukraine, and now they're on the doorstep of Prussia itself. The Fifth Army, led by General Krylov, is advancing through dense forests and treacherous swamps. But German resistance is absolutely ferocious. Snipers, fortified bunkers, and Panzerfausts are everywhere. Soviet losses are piling up, eventually reaching a staggering 13 million soldiers by the end of the war. In this brutal meat grinder, could one young woman truly make a difference? Let me introduce you to Roza Yegorovna Shanina. Born on April 3, 1924, in Yedma, a tiny rural village in the Arkhangelsk region. She was one of 7 children, raised on a collective farm. Her father was a logger, her mother a milkmaid. From a young age, Roza excelled in school and dreamed of becoming a teacher, maybe even teaching poetry. At just 14 years old, she did something extraordinary. She hiked 120 miles completely alone to the city of Arkhangelsk to attend college. To pay her tuition, she worked nights at a local kindergarten. So, how does a dreamer with a love for poetry become one of the deadliest killers on the Eastern Front? June 1941 changed everything. The Nazis bombed her homeland, and her brother Mikhail was killed during the siege of Leningrad. Roza, now 17, was consumed by grief and a burning desire for revenge. In March 1943, she made her decision. She volunteered for the Central Women's Sniper School in Podolsk. There, she trained relentlessly with the iconic Mosin Nagant rifle, mastering shots from 500 yards away. And here's a key detail. Thanks to the U.S. Lend-Lease program, she was equipped with a 4x PU scope, which literally doubled her accuracy. On April 2, 1944, she graduated at the top of her class and was assigned to the 184th Rifle Division. So what was her first taste of combat? Just 2 months later, in June 1944, Roza found herself in the thick of the Vitebsk-Orsha offensive in Belarus. Now 20 years old, she joined the Fifth Army's sniper platoon. Her first kill, a German officer, spotted through a window 400 yards away. In her diary, she wrote, "Shot one fascist. My heart is pounding, but I will avenge Mikhail." Within just a few days, she had racked up 10 kills, taking out machine gunners and enemy scouts. So why was she so deadly? It was a perfect storm of elite training and raw instinct. Roza adopted the brilliant tactics of Vasily Zaitsev, the hero of Stalingrad. She used branches, snow, and mud to create natural camouflage, becoming one with the forest. She baited enemy snipers with dummy targets, a simple hat on a stick. She often worked in a pair with a spotter, another female sniper named Maria Kita, and they focused on high-value targets, officers and artillery spotters who could cripple an entire enemy unit. On one mission, she spotted a German radio post 600 yards away. She waited for 3 hours in the cold mud, completely motionless. Then she fired twice. Both targets were down. But here's the thing that truly shocked her comrades. She was absolutely fearless. Her fellow Soviet soldiers nicknamed her the Invisible Terror. By August, her kill count had hit 30. Word spread through the German ranks in Prussia. They started hearing rumors of a girl sniper who hunted them from the shadows. They began doubling their sentries and avoiding open ground. Roza knew it. She wrote in her diary, "They fear me. Good." And did America really help her hunt? Yes, those Lend-Lease scopes were a game changer. By 1944, the U.S. had sent thousands of optics to the Soviet Union, along with planes and trucks. Roza's American-made PU scope allowed her to shoot with deadly precision, even in the dim light of dusk. Without it, her effective range would have dropped to just 200 yards. Even Stalin later admitted, "American aid gave us precision." So, what was her boldest move? It came in September 1944, during the Battle of Schlossberg in East Prussia. The Germans had heavily fortified a hill with machine gun nests, pinning down the Soviet advance. Roza volunteered for a forward reconnaissance mission, an incredibly dangerous, exposed task. She crawled 500 yards under constant enemy fire and, with pinpoint accuracy, took out 2 machine gunners. Her action broke the stalemate, allowing the Soviets to advance and capture the hill. Her tally now stood at 42 kills. In her diary, she wrote, "I fight for my brother, my country." But, with her growing fame, the danger intensified. The Germans began deploying their own elite counter-snipers specifically to hunt her down. In October 1944, near the town of Insterberg, Roza's platoon was ambushed. Suddenly, she spotted a glint of light in the distance, an enemy sniper 300 yards away. She fired first, and the threat was neutralized. Her diary entry that night was chilling. "He thought he'd hunt me. Mistake." Her fame skyrocketed. Soviet newspapers started calling her Stalingrad's daughter. So, how did one sniper actually shape the war? Her 59 confirmed kills, 17 of them in a single day, sowed chaos and fear in the Nazi lines. Officers became hesitant to lead from the front, fearing her scope. Beyond her own record, she also personally trained 10 other female snipers, who together added over 400 more kills to the Soviet total. Her tactics, move fast, shoot, and relocate, were so effective that the Soviet military codified them in their training manuals. But what about her personal side? Roza's diaries reveal a completely different person, a young woman with a poet's heart. She wrote about love, loss, and the heavy weight of duty. There were even rumors of a romance with an officer named Nikolai Solomatin, though it was never confirmed. Despite her fame, she consistently rejected offers for safer rear-echelon duties. She demanded to be on the front line. In December 1944, she wrote, "I'm 20, but I've seen too much death." Tragically, her story was nearing its end. On January 27, 1945, near the village of Rischau in East Prussia, the final Soviet push toward Berlin was underway. The capital was just 200 miles away. Roza's unit was supporting an artillery battery that came under a ferocious panzer attack. During the chaos, she used her own body to shield a wounded officer, taking cover in a ditch. A mortar shell exploded nearby, and shrapnel tore into her chest. She was evacuated but died from her wounds the next day. She was only 20 years old. The last line in her diary read, "If I fall, I fought for peace." Did her death mean the end of her legacy? Absolutely not. Her 59 kills inspired thousands. By 1945, Soviet women snipers had claimed over 12,000 Nazi deaths. Roza was posthumously awarded the prestigious Order of Glory, and streets in Arkhangelsk and Vitebsk are named in her honor. And for our American viewers, Roza's story proves how critical UPMC's support was. The Lend-Lease scopes gave her rifle deadly aim, while American trucks and planes helped move the entire Red Army toward Berlin. As Khrushchev himself later said, "Without America, we'd have faltered." Your tech truly helped win wars. So how does she live on today? Her diaries were published in 1965 and have inspired countless books and films. The 2015 Russian film Battle for Sevastopol. echoes her incredible grit and determination. But unlike Vasily Zaitsev, who got the Hollywood treatment, Roza's story has remained relatively unknown, until now. Could a 20-year-old girl really stop the Nazis? Roza Shanina proved that she could. Her 59 kills and her unbelievable courage shook the Wehrmacht to its core. That's the story of the Invisible Terror. Who's next in our series of WWII shocks? Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because tomorrow's legend is waiting. Let me know in the comments, do you think Roza Shanina changed the course of the war? And if you want to see detailed maps of the battles in Prussia, check out the link to our Patreon below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for more WWII shocks.